I'm Dan Wingett from Gulf Savannah NRM. Today we're out here on Ooralat Station, west of Mount Surprise at Kevin Shelley Taylor's.
We're Kevin and Shelley Taylor from Ooralat Station. We're situated halfway between Mount Surprise and Georgetown on the Islay River. We've been doing a Rubbervine project with help of Gulf Savannah NRM.
At least these, like the monitoring photos before and after, it's literally telling the story to show us the implementation of your fire.
Yeah.
It's taken out the heavy biomass of that Rubbervine, which is absolutely brilliant to see.
In collaboration with Gulf Savannah NRM, Kevin Shell have successfully treated over 500 hectares of Rubbervine along the Islay River frontage.
We felt something had to be done. Over the last 4.5 years, we've tried a few different methods. I don't know if you can see a fence line back there, that box tree behind those vehicles there. The Rubbervine was right out hanging up, pulling that fence down. We used chemical, a bit of machinery as well. We've got an old dozer. We pushed out where we could with the dozer and pushed it up. That worked very well, but very slow and expensive. So we got a burn into it, and that was the best result we had out of burn. We just could clear a lot of country in a hurry. And we had this paddock. We never put a beast in this paddock last year, so we locked it up. So it was spelled for 12 months, and then we got a really good fire. And then that knocked that, from about here, from about that dead log there, it was right out here solid. And then that knocked that right through to the riverbank then. And you can see where it was right up these trees, and it's sort of killed it up the trees, and the trees actually coming back. Those trees were just totally covered in Rubbervine.
We also spoke to our neighbours, Tallaroo next door, that's the Ewerman people, and we had the Ewerman boys come over and give us a hand.
Yeah, they came and help us burn, and they've actually come over and had a look what we've done and how we've controlled the Rubbervine, and we go and have a look what they're doing as well, the methods they're using. Yeah, after we burn and the Rubbervine goes, we end up with a good infestation of weeds. But the year after that, like last year, that weed was here type thing. And then the grass seems to follow it. It takes about 12 months, so you get rid of the Rubbervine, the weed follows. But then after the weed, there's like lighter weed. So this was the year before here, so now we've got a good grass cover. And hopefully next year the same thing will happen. This weed will go and the grass will just keep following it in as we remove the Rubbervine. That's the plan anyway.
You're trying to build up your grass sorts, which is your native grasses back, and then using managed grazing, then try and hold that that ground cover there throughout the end of the dry season.
Yeah.
So at least if you've got that good dry, that good sort of dry matter on the ground, that all organic matter, your first rains come in, you're not then running that topsoil, you're not getting that sediment load into the creek and the rivers, and then you're not putting that sediment load then out into the Gulf.
Yeah.
So that's ideally what we want to see. So I think
Kevin Shell have also implemented a new grazing management system. Within this system, they have now split one paddock into 4, and they have increased their water points from 3 to 16.
As part of the project for the Gulf Savannah NRM, we also wanted to relieve grazing pressures and weed growth in one of our biggest paddocks on the place. And to do that, we actually fenced it into 4 smaller paddocks.
We've got 4 watering points in each of those smaller paddocks now, so it's spread our cattle out, and like Shell said, it's eased pressure on them. It's sort of just dispersed the cattle over the paddock a lot better.
We can actually start to control that Rubbervine growth now with the spelling of these paddocks and get a bit more handle on it.
Yeah, either with spraying and the same as before, some mechanical, but we can lock a paddock up now and get a bit of fuel so we can get a burn on that Rubbervine, and it's really helped us.
Going forward, with Gulf Savannah's help, we've been hoping to get a burn on it this season. However, it's not actively growing at the moment, so when we can, we're going to apply chemical. Gulf Savannah's helped us with some contacts, and we're actually going to trial drone spraying on that large section of Rubbervine behind us because it's impenetrable. We actually can't get a vehicle physically in there to spray. It is
And
so
it's
thick.
too, there's all basalt there as well, so very hard to even get machine there because it's just where it's grown, the environment in that basalt is just too hard to get at. The condition of our cattle, they've improved as well. Our calving percentage is lifted, even though that may not have been initially what we went for. That's helped as well. We've noticed a difference, especially in the condition of our cattle now. I guess not having to walk as far to waters, and so we found what we initially started out to do. We found more benefits than just controlling our weeds. You know?